Good morning, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We are letting people in.
Hi, Miss Nesma.
Hi, dear. How many were you in the last session?
I think 13 or 14. Yes, 13.
Okay, so I will wait a little bit.
Miss,
Yes.
I sent the homework yesterday, but it was late. Did you see it?
Which homework?
Yesterday.
There was two homeworks, page 23 and page 37. Which one did you send?
37.
And okay, and 23 already sent it. I will check now, okay? I will check it right now.
Me too. I sent mine after the session.
Which one? Page 37?
37.
You did not send it yesterday?
I sent it yesterday.
You sent it yesterday?
Miss, did mine come to you? The homework?
I will
I sent
check
it
right
after
now.
the session.
Okay, I will check
Okay.
right now.
Check and tell me.
I'm checking Coursera right now to see.
Since I submitted every homework you posted since we started the online school.
What?
I submitted every homework you sent and since we
Yes,
started the online school.
I say that you did not submit yesterday? I called the
Yes.
names.
Yes, I know. I'm just telling you because I don't want to happen like the last time.
Yeah, okay. I am checking. No, not this one. Okay, so
Mine came to you, Miss?
I'm checking. Give me one
The
second.
homework?
Give me one
The second
second.
one.
Give me one
Okay.
second.
Okay, okay.
So I received Ruqayya's and Hannah and Najat and Ali.
Hey, Miss, the two homeworks, you received mine, the two homeworks, right?
The previous homework, yes, Najat, you sent it to me. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
Ruqayya and Hannah, Najat and Ali, I will give you the mark right after the session, okay? You can check it right
Okay.
after the session. I will take the attendance now. Ali is here.
Yes.
Aisha.
Not here.
Okay, Farida Ayman.
Here.
Here.
Hannah.
Here.
Hala.
Here.
Just give me 1 second, guys. Yes, I'm back. Haya.
Here.
Khulud.
Yes.
Limar.
Yes.
Malak.
Here.
Maryam.
Yes.
Hamad Ahmed is not here. Mustafa. Not here. Najat. She's here.
Yes.
Noor and Yasin Tamer. No. Ruqayya. She's here. Yasin Abdul Hamid.
Yes.
Yasin Muhammad Radwan.
Yes.
All right, guys. So we are going to continue with the pH scale, the part that we started yesterday. But before starting it, I'm going to ask some questions. So please be ready. Okay. Who can tell me the equation which proves why is the wine get sour after a while? I want the chemical equation which proves why the wine becomes sour after a while. Huh? If you know the answer, raise your hand, please. I want the chemical equation.
What's the question again?
I want the chemical equation which proves why does the wine get sour after a while. Okay, guys, so I just want to tell you that this specific question is coming at the quiz and coming in the exam, and it's coming everywhere, and it's a very important question. Okay? And please, for the millionth time, study. Yes, Yasin. Yasin Muhammad Radwan.
Ethanol plus oxygen equals ethanoic acid.
Thank you so much. Ethanol plus oxygen gives us ethanoic acid. It's not equal, you have an arrow, so it gives us ethanoic acid. Thank you so much, Yasin. Where can we find the ethanoic acid? Another place that we can find the ethanoic acid in. Where can we find the ethanoic acid? The ethanoic acid is a main composition in what? Yes, Limar.
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Thank you so much. So the vinegar consists of ethanoic acid. I'm sorry, guys, give me okay, guys, so another question. Where can we find tartaric acid? Where can we find tartaric acid? Please raise your hand if you know the answer. Yes, Khulud.
Grapes.
In grapes. Thank you, Khulud. Okay. One more question. Where can we find hydrochloric acid? Where can we find hydrochloric acid? Yes, Hannah.
In the mammalian stomach.
Mammalian stomach. Thank you, Hannah. Very good. What is the chemical name? What is the chemical name of vitamin C? What is the chemical name of vitamin C? Huh? The chemical name of vitamin C. Only two people are raising their hands. 3 people. Huh? Yes, Yasin Abdul Hamid. The chemical name of vitamin C.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, what is its name?
Ascorbic acid.
Ascorbic acid. Thank you, Yasin. Very good. Ascorbic acid is the chemical name of vitamin C. Very good. Okay. The corrosive chemical is the concentrated chemical or the diluted chemical? The corrosive chemical is the diluted or the concentrated chemical? Huh? The corrosive chemical is the diluted or the concentrated chemical? This is a very easy question, and 3 people are only raising their hands. The corrosive chemical is the one that is diluted or concentrated? Now only 2 people are raising their hands. Huh? Huh? Yes, Ali.
Concentrated.
The concentrated chemical. Thank you so much. So the corrosive is the concentrated chemical. Okay. One more. I will just keep asking questions. Try to cover everything, and this will happen every session. Okay. So please be ready. What is the change in color in the methyl orange when you add an acid to it? The change in color in the methyl orange when you add an acid to it. Yes, Hala.
It becomes pink.
Yes, it turns pink. Thank you so much. Okay, what is the change in color if you add an alkali to a blue litmus paper? The change in color if you added an alkali to the blue litmus paper. What is the change in color when you add an alkali to the blue litmus paper? Yes, Limar.
Miss هي require me ولا واحد تاني؟
Yes, you, Limar. Answer the question.
Yes.
What is the change in color when you add an alkali to the blue litmus paper?
It turns red.
Wrong. This is a tricky question. And
Miss, can you repeat the question?
what happens to the blue litmus paper when you add an alkali to it? Hannah.
It stays blue.
It stays blue. Thank you so much, Hannah. There is no change in color. There is no change in color. It will stay blue. Okay? So this is the type of questions that tricks the students, and sometimes they get it wrong. So please pay attention and read the question and listen to it very well. Okay? Okay, so that's enough for today for the questions. Now I'm going to continue with where we stopped
Miss, do we
yesterday.
have homework today?
Most probably yes. We need
Oh
to
yeah,
finish.
let's make it most probably no.
No, most probably yes. Okay, so yesterday we were talking about the concept of the pH scale. We said that there is the scientists wanted to arrange the acids and alkalis according to their strength, how strong they are. So they started to start a several attempt to arrange those acids and alkalis until a Danish scientist called Søren Sørensen. He is the one who invented the idea of what we call now the pH scale, a scale that we can arrange the acids and the alkalis on so that we can know which one is the strong acid until we reach the strong alkali, from the strong acid to the strong alkali. And he named it the pH scale, and pH stands for power of hydrogen. Mustafa, did you join us? Mustafa, did you join us? Yasina Noor Tamer, did you join us?
Yes, Miss.
You are Mustafa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Yasina Noor Tamer, are you there? Yasina Noor. Okay, so let's continue. So this guy
Yes,
called,
miss. Yes, miss.
okay, this guy called Søren Sørensen invented the scale, the pH scale. pH stands for the power of hydrogen, so that he can compare the strengths or arrange the acids and alkalis according to their strength, according to how strong they are. As I told you yesterday, we started studying the pH scale from the middle of the scale, not from the beginning and not from its end, from its middle.
Because 7 is neutral.
Thank you, Najat. So the middle, the exact middle point of the scale is number 7. And number 7 represents a neutral chemical. Neutral like what? Neutral like water, for example. Something that is not acidic and is not an alkaline. Okay, so number 7 represents when the pH of a chemical equals 7. This means that this chemical is not an acid and it's not an alkali. It's neutral. It's in between both of them. According to the scale, any pH that is less than 7 represents an acidic chemical, and any pH which is above 7 represents an alkaline. And we stopped at the point where we asked the question, where will we find a strong acid? Where is the strongest acid and where is the strongest
0
alkaline?
and 8.
Najat, please do not interrupt me while I am explaining. Okay. All right. So how can we know where is the strong acid and where is the strong alkali? So I told you guys that any acid that has a pH. Why are people raising their hands? Is there something wrong? Limar, Hala, and Najat, something? Do you need something?
No, we want to answer the question.
Miss, I want to
There
ask
is
you
no-
something.
Yes, Limar, what's your question?
Oops, I don't understand the meaning of pH.
pH is called the power of hydrogen. You don't have to know what's the meaning of the power of hydrogen right now, because this is a little bit advanced. I'm just telling you that it stands for power of hydrogen. And why am I telling you this? Because they discovered that the effect of the acidity and the alkalinity is actually connected to the hydrogen atom, which is a part of the component of an acid and an alkali. So I don't want you to get there. It's a little bit confusing. Both acids and alkalis contain hydrogens. Okay, so the power of hydrogen is how strong the hydrogen reacts, or how strong the role of hydrogen inside the composition of the acids and the alkalis. So you really don't have to know something about it right now. You just have to know that pH is the abbreviation of power of hydrogen. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So according to the scale, as I told you, anything below 7 is an acidic and anything above 7 is an alkaline. Now let's talk about the strongest acid. The strongest acid is any acid that has a pH of 0. Any acid that has a pH of 0. And it keeps getting weaker. The acid keeps getting weaker as we approach number 7. And this makes sense, guys, because as you go to number 7, the acidic property starts to fade away until the chemical is not an acid anymore. It's neutral now. It's not acidic anymore. Okay, so the strongest acid is 0. And it keeps getting weaker and weaker until we reach number 6. This will be the weakest acid. And it's not really number 6 is the weakest acid. Some acids has the pH of 6.9. So please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. So in between the numbers, there are also pHs. Okay, so the strongest acid has a pH of 0, and it keeps getting weaker until we reach the neutral chemical. Okay, now I want you to guess. What will be the strongest alkaline. The strongest alkaline should have, raise your hand. Raise your hand, do not just answer. Okay, the strongest alkaline will have a pH of number what? Yes, Najat.
14.
14, exactly. Thank you so much. How did we know this? Najat thought that since the acid starts to get weak until it reaches number 7, this means that after number 7, the alkaline will start getting stronger and stronger until it reaches number 14. Now, do you get how the scale works? we start with the strongest acid. The strongest acid, and then the acids keep getting weaker and weaker until we reach the chemicals that have a pH of number 7, which are not acidic or alkaline, they are neutral. And then after number 7, we are starting to get in the zone of the alkaline. It starts getting stronger and stronger until we reach the strongest alkaline, which is number 14, which has a pH of number 14. Yes, Mariam, do you have a question?
No, I wanted to answer.
Okay, Limar, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, so do you understand, guys? Is there anything confusing so far? Huh? Is there anything confusing, anything that you want to...
Nothing. No.
Okay, is it clear? The pH scale is completely clear?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So now, now we finished what the pH scale, and by the way, yes, I wanted to tell you something, by the way. If you checked this week on Classera, if you check the course materials, you will find me, I uploaded for you several pages from the book. Why did I upload it for you? Because your books are black and white. So, and it's very important that you know the colors, the change in colors. So it's, of course, in your books, it's very, it's just not obvious, and it's not clear, the change in color. And this starts from page 8. If you check page 8, this is the start of when we talked about the indicators and all the colors started to appear, okay? So those are the pages that I uploaded for you on Classera. Do you understand why? Do you see that if you looked at your resource pack, you will find that this page is completely black and white. So of course, those colors are not obvious for you, okay? So I uploaded those from 8 to 14, pages from 8 to 14 to show you the difference in colors, okay? Because the colors are really important in this part. And of course, the pH scale is very colorful. And look at page 13 in your book, you will find it totally gray and black. So of course, it's not obvious the color of the pH scale. Okay, so I uploaded those pages for you so that you can check the colors. Okay, guys? All right.
Okay.
Miss, where on Classera?
This week, yes, this week you will find it right here. Okay, let me show it to you. Okay, so this week is trimester 3, week 2, April 25th, okay, in course materials. Have you seen it? This is it. Year 6 acids and alkalis, pages from 8 to 14. Okay, if you open it, you will find the PDF. Let's view it. You will find where's the PDF? Oh yeah, you'll download it. You will download it right here, and you will get this those pages when you download it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. I just want you to give me 1 second, okay, guys?
Okay. Miss, are we going to write in the book today?
Yes, I am back. Okay. So
Miss, are we going to write in the book today? Like, have any classworks?
I don't think we have time for it, but you will get a homework. Okay. This is the pH scale, and now the idea of the indicators that we talked about in the previous sessions depends on the pH scale, and this is why the pH scale have this variety of colors. There is a specific reason why we give those colors to each of the numbers on the pH scale, because we started to collect some of the indicators, and we realized that some indicators, they actually change their colors to those colors according to how strong the acid or the alkali that was added to the indicator, meaning that the indicator starts to turn dark red if you added a strong acid that has a pH of 0 to it. Okay, and then if, for example, you added an acid that has a pH of 4 on the same indicator, it gives a red-orange color. And if you added a neutral chemical to it, it will give this green color. And if you added an alkaline that has a pH of 10, it will give this fade blue color after adding the alkaline to it, and so on. So these types of indicators, we call them universal indicators. Why? Because they react to the strength of the acid and alkali, not just that you added an acid so it changed its color because you added an acid, and you added an alkali so it changed its color because it's only an alkali. No, it is reacting to how strong the acid and the alkalis are. And this is why we call it a universal indicator, because it has this large variety of color change according to how strong the acid and the base is. It reacts with everything, okay? So the universal indicator consists of a mixture of plant dyes. How do we make this universal indicator? We bring several indicators, the indicators that we have learned about, like what? Like methyl orange and phenolphthalein and litmus and all of those stuff, and we start to mix them together. This way, we will assure, or we will be able to find out how strong the acid and the alkali is, because all of those or each of those indicators will be able to react with a specific strength of the acid and the alkali. Do you get the idea, guys? Do you understand how the universal indicator works?
Not really.
Okay, so the indicator, the normal indicator, the indicator that we bring from the plants or from the juices of the vegetables and the plants, okay? Their job was to do what? To detect whether this chemical is an acid or this chemical is an alkali, okay? So I just add an acid or an alkali to this indicator, and I will see the change in color. I don't care what is the exact shade, as long as, for example, if we're talking about methyl orange, as long as it gave any shade of the pink, this means that I added an acid to it, okay? And if it gave any shade of the yellow, this means that I added an alkali to it, correct? Huh? Guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if it gave any pink shade, so this means that an acid has been added. If it gave any yellow shade, this means that I added an alkaline to it. Okay.
No, you miss, yellow is an acid also.
Oh yeah. Najat, please keep quiet.
Yeah, miss, it's before the 7.
Please keep quiet. Okay. I'm talking about methyl orange. I'm not talking about the pH scale right now.
Okay.
Pay attention, okay? All right. So what if I am not really satisfied with the fact that the indicator only gives me or only informs me whether this chemical is an acid or an alkali. I want something more accurate to the point that the indicator will give me a specific shade of color that will inform me how exactly strong is the acid or the alkaline added. Do you get it, guys? We are now advancing the idea of the indicator. It's not enough for us to know whether the indicator for the indicator to show us whether it's only an acid or an alkali. No, I want to know if I added an acid, how strong this acid is on the pH scale. Do you get it, guys? Huh?
Yeah.
According to the shade, the color shade that the indicator will give me after adding this acid, I will know that this acid has a pH of 3. I will not only know that this is an acid, no, I can now even specify the strength of the acid. Do you understand now what the universal indicator does? Huh? Guys?
Yes.
Yes. So the universal indicator is more advanced than the normal indicators because it will show us like a variety of shades which shows us how strong the acid or the alkaline is. Okay? And this is why the universal indicator is a good idea to be used if I want a specific result. If I want to know, for example, this chemical is an alkali. Okay, fine. I knew that it's an alkali, but I want to know how strong this alkali is. So I will add a drop of the alkali on a universal indicator. And according to the shade, according to the color shade that it will give us, I will know how strong this alkali is. If, for example, it is like light blue, this means that the pH ranges from 9 to 10. If it will give me very dark blue, this means that its pH is around 13 to 14. Do you understand, guys? Did you get the idea? It's very easy. The concept is very easy. Huh? Please tell me that you understand.
Understand.
Huh? Is there anyone still having a trouble understanding?
No.
Okay, so here you go. This is the range that I'm talking about. If we are talking red, this means that the acid range is between 0 and 2. This means that this is a strong acid. If it's starting to give me an orange shade, this means that the pH of the acid is from 3 to 6. So this means that it's a weak acid. If it gives me a green color, this means that it's neutral. This means that the pH of this chemical is 7. If it started to turn light blue to blue, this means that the range of the pH is between 8 and 11. So this means that it's a weak alkali. And if it starts to become dark blue to dark purple, this means that it's a strong alkali and its pH from 12 to 14. Okay, guys? Hello? Anyone?
Okay.
Okay. All right. By the way, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have to memorize those ranges.
Yeah, Miss, why, yeah, Miss?
Because you're big people now.
We know, yeah, Miss, we're big, but we're not يعني.
No.
Miss, we're not even teenagers yet.
أيوة.
What?
Yes, we're not
I'm
even
11 years
yet.
old.
You're 11?
And me too.
No, no, no.
Yes.
We
We're
started,
11, yeah, miss.
we start treating you as adults after the age of 10.
Adults, what, yeah, miss? We did
Yes.
not even
Okay,
be
miss, I'm one.
teenagers.
Now we skip the teenager part. You don't need it
What, yeah, miss?
anymore.
Yeah, miss. يعني
خلاص يعني أنا كده I can go alone من غير أي حد في الشارع.
Yes.
drive a car.
يا مس
All
أنا
right.
in 2 months هيبقى عيد ميلادي فهبقى 12.
Okay, happy birthday. Let's continue. Do you remember yesterday, guys, when I told you that we have a device that we can put inside a chemical and then it will give us a reading, and this reading represents the pH of this chemical? Huh? Do you remember when I told you yesterday about this?
No.
No, of course not. You don't remember. Okay, yesterday.
Yes, of course not. Yeah, miss, I didn't sleep all night.
So yesterday I told you that there is a device in the lab that we use. This device, we put it inside the chemical and it gives us a reading. According to this reading represents the pH. This is the device, okay? This device is called a pH meter, okay? This is called a pH meter, okay? And by the way, it's sometimes it's much simpler than this. It doesn't have to have like an arm and a robotic arm or anything. It's just a monitor like that, and it's connected to this black part. This black part has a sensor at the end of it that you can put inside the chemical, and then a reading will appear on this monitor, and this will show you what is the pH of this
Miss,
chemical.
this one is 6 and it's an acid because it's 6.
Yes, 6.7. So it is a weak acid. So an electrical instrument known as pH meter is used to measure the pH accurately. Okay. So I think we still have time. Why are the kids?
Miss, the meeting says it will end in 2 minutes اللي هو 12:30.
Yes.
وهو المفروض end
35.
12:35.
Yeah, I know, but it's, as I told you, the Zoom session is only 40 minutes. So your homework will be page 25.
Only.
Did we do question 4, guys? No, yes, we did. Question 4.
Yes,
Yes, we did question 4. So your homework will be page 25, question 3. It's really easy.
Okay.
Page 25, question 3. It's very easy. No, I am very sure that we did it as a classwork, right, guys?
Maybe.
Question 4, we did it as a classwork. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will write that your homework is page 25. If you did question 4, then you only do question 3. If you didn't, so you will do question 3 and 4, and I will and yes, and I will correct it with you on Wednesday. Okay.
Miss, don't forget on Wednesday you said you will bring the things.
Yes. Hopefully we can find all the things in the lab, and we will do it together. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, I will end the meeting now. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, guys.